You see the little shit going. That's a video.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Not a bother, says Tyson Fury. Not a bother at all. Tyson Fury reveals the exact punch he will use to KO Anthony Joshua and expects a 2 or 3 round knockout. Now, this is what he had to say as he talked about Eddie Hearn and his fighter Anthony Joshua. He says Eddie Hearn talks a lot of hot air as usual. He says, I've been offering to fight Joshua for quite a while. I've been trying to make that fight happen for the last 5 years, and it's not happened at all. Eddie's obviously Joshua's promoter, so he'll have to be speaking to my team to make that fight happen. Give the fans what they want and stop running away from the biggest fight since Lennox Lewis versus Frank Bruno. Have the guts to step up to the plate and get flattened, son. Those are the words of Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Now, before I continue, before I reveal the punch that's going to knock out Anthony Joshua, according to Tyson Fury, 5 years he's been wanting this fight. I have to counterpunch that. I don't doubt that Tyson Fury has been calling out Joshua for 5 years. But I do know this for true. I know this for true that Tyson Fury calls out a lot of people that he is in no shape to fight. Okay, let me explain to you. If we go back in memory lane, back in 2018, Tyson Fury gave his testimony about his mental illness and what happened as a result of his mental illness. And he was drinking like a fish, doing drugs and doing other stuff like that, partying like it's 1999 and all that. Okay. He stepped in the ring with Deontay Wilder at the time. I think Deontay Wilder just beat, who did he beat? I think it was Chris Arreola, okay? Tyson Fury was there, drinking, intoxicated, outraged, out of shape. He still stepped into the ring. Now, when this happened, I believe this was 16, I believe. So this was the year of 2016, and Tyson Fury called out Deontay Wilder, stepped in the ring like this was, something from wrestling. I'll beat you anytime, anywhere, you fucking bum, right? You're a bum bitch. He said all this stuff, right? And he admitted that at the time that he did it, he wasn't prepared. So for him to say, hey, I called out Anthony Joshua for the last 5 years, what makes us think that you was ready to fight him then? I don't want to get people the idea, based on what Tyson Fury's saying, people will get the idea that Anthony Joshua's been ducking him for 5 years. That's not the case. Tyson Fury's been active for 2 years. Okay, this is the second year of activity, and he had 3 years of inactivity. Okay, these are facts, people. So you can't say I've been chasing somebody for 5 years and you've been sitting on your ass doing God knows what for 3, although out of that 5. Okay, and I think that if the fight's going to happen, it could happen. I'm glad that Tyson Fury thinks it's a huge mega fight, because it is, right? But anyway, let me continue. He said, AJ's style is tailor-made for mine, Fury continued. He's an upright fighter walking forward with a classic defense. Strong and powerful, but he's got no footwork, hardly any resilience, and he's a bit gutless when it comes down to getting clipped. I think I'll knock him out around 2 or 3 rounds. First time I connect on him, his legs will do a dance, and I'll just jump on him like that fat kid did before. Easy, not a bother. He then concluded, I'll tell you what, that shot it's going to be as well, shouldn't I? It's going to be a left hook to the temple, okay? You're going to see him do a Bambi dance all over the ring. Wow. So, when I heard this initially, I thought left hook. Because, I mean, he hit Wilder with that left hook. He's been training at Crunk's gym, so he's been practicing setting down on his punches. The way he describes Anthony Joshua, okay, he says he's tailor-made for Fury. Well, we have to see. He's an upright fighter walking forward with a classic defense. Strong and powerful, but he's got no footwork, hardly any resilience, and he is a bit gutless when it comes down to getting clipped. I think that was a bit below the belt. However, this is what I will say. Tyson Fury, I think he's quicker out of the two. I think he has more experience. However, I think that strong and upright fighter, right? And you say he has no footwork. If he didn't have any footwork, he wouldn't have been able to get away from Andy Ruiz the way he did. He used that footwork. In fact, his own former trainer called Anthony Joshua a poor man's Tyson Fury, didn't he not? What is Tyson Fury known for? Dancing, footwork, speed, for a big man, right? Okay, that's what Joshua displayed, so you can't say the man don't have footwork. The question would be, will he have footwork when it gets in the ring with you? And the question is, now you ask yourself, what's the difference between Tyson Fury style now with the newfound Crunk experience and training, right? Extensively, by Javon Sugar Hill, than it was when he stepped into the ring when Anthony Joshua was an amateur and he gave him the business for 2 rounds. And he said, this guy hits hard and you got to watch out for this guy. Well, indeed you do, because this particular guy is a guy that's one of your future opponents. He's your future opponent now. So now you're looking at him with anticipation. So I think a little bit of the mind games, calling him a bit gutless when it comes to getting clipped. I feel that Anthony Joshua, like I've told you guys, still has to redeem himself. He has to show people that, hey, I can take a punch, And according to Tyson Fury, like he said, well, he'll get clipped like that fat kid did him. He's referring to Andy Ruiz. So he's looking forward to the left hook. He's looking for the left hook, waiting for it to land, seeing if he can make the same impression that Andy Ruiz did. But this is expected, okay? Because people should want to see what Anthony Joshua has upstairs. If you're any type of fighter and you're composing any type of strategy, you're going to want to crack Anthony Joshua in the right side with the left hook, okay? That right temple. You want to catch him in that area because you want to see if that ain't a kryptonite weak spot for him, okay? It's definitely a pressure point. But is it something that he always will have problems with, right? And then who's to say if one person can do it, why can't another person do it? So I get what he's saying on that. But calling him gutless, that's below the belt. Calling him not without footwork, that's below the belt. I don't think he really thought that through. Maybe, Tyson Fury feels that he has better footwork, but resilience, again, that's one of those things that you have to know. Anthony Joshua, he speaks about this a bit when he says, I'm more resilient now because I know what it's like to be at the bottom as well as the top. Well, we have to find out where you're going to fold when it comes to Tyson Fury. When he does hurt you, if you do go down from one of those punches, what will you do? Will you pull Joshua Ruiz 1? Or will you get up and fight back like you did with Klitschko? Okay, so that's a question you ask yourself with Anthony Joshua. But if Tyson Fury, me counterpunching Tyson Fury, he's just doing exactly what he feels he's going to do. But it's a good strategy. My honest opinion, I wouldn't have said that. But then again, Tyson Fury was the same person that said he was going to knock out Deontay Wilder, and he actually did it. So I think if I'm Team Joshua, I'm going to have that hand up like this, jabbing, you know what I mean? Making sure that's up there because Tyson Fury's looking for it. Okay, he's looking for that punch. He's looking for that punch. But be careful. Okay, there's a flip side. If you're looking for a left hook, make sure that you don't focus on it so much to lose your strategy. And if your strategy is only catching him with the left hook, you may be in trouble. Coming from someone that knows, hey, I've been in there with Tyson Fury. I know what he's like to get hit. You think I can't hurt Tyson Fury? I'm pretty sure he can. Okay? And the problem is, I think that Tyson Fury is banking on the fact that he can hurt Joshua with the same punch that another fighter hit him with. Okay? So, that's pretty much what I'm getting out of it. But it does seem interesting. You guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's comments. Is Anthony Joshua gutless? Can he take a punch? Can Tyson Fury knock him out with that left hook? Of course, leave your comments below. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.